many respects an outsider. Shericka Jackson, the Jamaican 200 champion this year, working on her speed this year. She's better known as a 400-meter runner. She has run 49.83 a couple of years ago. It's her birthday tomorrow, Jackson. Will she give herself an early present? This will be the athlete who might stop it, Jenna Prandini, the US champion, third in Rabat on Friday to Miller Weibo and Asher Smith of Great Britain. Nina Asher Smith. Jennifer Gallet of France goes in 5. Third in the French Championships, Jennifer Gallet. Anna-Kiel Basinska, semi-finalist of the World Championships 3 years back. Went out in her heats in this stadium last year, but 3 times the Polish champion. Good lane draw for her, lane 4. Beth Dobbin, well, she's in fabulous form as the 24-year-old rather, excuse me, UK champion at the beginning of this month in a new personal best. She missed the Commonwealth Games qualifying time for Scotland by 1/100th of a second, but boy oh boy has she come back with a vengeance. Her last 4 200s have been personal bests. Inside the Britain in 3 is Gulfen Huang, or Huang Gulfen. She goes in 2, only 20 years old, better at 400 metres. And then on the inside, Justine Palfreman, 6th in the 400 yesterday and 7th in the 4x400 metres relay for South Africa. This is her 3rd race of the weekend for Palfreman on the inside. Well, Shericka Jackson, there she is. Perhaps starts as marginal favourite on paper ahead of Jenna Prandini. She's in lane 7, the Jamaican. Suffered a slight blip in Lausanne last week. She was only 3rd in 22.8. But birthday tomorrow, what a good time to give herself a big result. That lineup from the inside again. Palfreman of South Africa in 1, Huang of China in 2, Dobbin of Great Britain in 3, Kiel Basinska of Poland in 4, Gallet of France in 5, and Jenna Prandini, the US champion, in 6. Jackson in 7 in that yellow vest of Jamaica. Vesoli in 8 for Germany. But Prandini's blasted off and already has passed Jackson. Well, she's better known as a 400-meter runner, Shericka Jackson, for Jamaica in that yellow. Will she come back here at Prandini? The American being closed down. They're way ahead at the moment. It's going to be very tight. The Jamaican's coming. She's getting closer. She's going to get there, and she takes it by a metre. Both of them 3 or 4 metres ahead of the 3rd placer. What a wonderful race. Prandini maybe expended too much energy in the first 50 or 60. She absolutely blasted out of the block. She ran it like a 100 metres around the bend. And I know, Tony, you'll have a view on what she might have done right or done wrong in that one. But Shericka Jackson was hunting her down, wasn't she? She's the bronze medalist from Rio over 400 metres, and she ran it like a 400-metre runner. Really patient there through the second half and through the last 50 especially.
I think the instruction have been there to get out hard, try and break the stagger on the outside, put the others under pressure. But like you say, if you expend too much energy, you're not putting your hips in the right place, not coming home particularly well. Let me talk to somebody who knows more about 200 metres than me. Catherine, what do you say?
It went completely to plan.
Can you remember that long ago, Kat?
I can indeed. I can remember running nearly that fast, but not quite. Your short sprinter, Jenna Prandini, got out like a rocket, and the strength and the speed endurance of Jackson with that 400-metre speed endurance just clawed her back. It was a wonderful race. The world number 2 against the world number 4. These are 2 of the fastest women in the world over this distance, and it was a wonderful race that we hoped. Look at the technique, holding her form. Jackson's not tired. She usually runs 400 metres, but that's a good turn of speed. Look at what she clawed back over the last 60 metres. And I can tell you as a sprinter, you're like, she's coming, she's coming. They will know Shericka Jackson's coming with her 400-metre strength. That was a brilliant race.
But if you watch Prandini coming off the turn, she doesn't get up. She sort of runs into the bend instead of using the centrifugal force and coming tall.
Shericka Jackson reaffirmed her status as one of the fiercest competitors in global sprinting with a masterful display in this 200-meter showdown. The lineup was filled with talent: Jenna Prandini of the USA, Beth Dobbin of Great Britain, and Jennifer Gallet of France. But anticipation centered on the head-to-head clash between Jackson and Prandini, 2 of the world's premier half-lap specialists. At the gun, Prandini burst forward with her trademark explosiveness, taking control of the race early. Her powerful drive phase and tight curve running gave her an immediate edge, as she attacked the bend with aggressive intent. She ran as if it were a straight sprint, expending maximum effort to establish dominance. Jackson, stationed in lane 7, approached the race with calculated precision. Drawing on her 400-meter experience, she maintained composure, rhythm, and impeccable form, refusing to be rattled by the early pace. By the halfway mark, Prandini's intensity began to show its cost. Her mechanics faltered slightly as she exited the curve, losing efficiency in her posture and stride. Jackson, meanwhile, looked unfazed, her rhythm unbroken, her movement fluid. As the field straightened for the final stretch, Jackson began to close in, her trademark late surge building with every step. With roughly 60 meters remaining, she unleashed her full power, seamlessly transitioning into top gear. In the home stretch, the contrast between the two athletes became striking. Prandini's early burst faded under the strain, while Jackson's endurance-driven strength and smooth acceleration took over. Her strides grew longer, her upper body relaxed yet forceful. With clinical precision, she overtook Prandini in the final meters, pulling away decisively before crossing the line with authority. The finish was pure domination, a textbook example of control, patience, and power converging at the perfect moment. Jackson's victory underscored the advantage that 400-meter backgrounds bring to the 200-meter discipline. Her endurance allowed her to sustain top-end speed when others were faltering, and her race strategy showcased both tactical intelligence and technical mastery. It was the kind of performance that defined her emerging identity, not just as a powerful sprinter, but as a strategic racer capable of dismantling her competition with precision. This competition marked a crucial step in Jackson's transformation from a strong 400-meter runner into a 200-meter powerhouse. In the years that followed, she refined her technique, enhanced her speed, and climbed the all-time rankings, culminating in her sensational 21.41-second run in 2022, which established her as the second fastest woman ever at the distance. Her evolution embodies a blend of raw athletic ability and relentless dedication to improvement. Looking toward future championships and the Paris Olympics, Jackson remains one of the sport's most compelling figures. Despite occasional injury setbacks, her resilience and capacity to rebound stronger have been remarkable. If she continues to develop her form and maintain her health, the world record could be within striking distance. That 2018 race now stands as a prophetic moment, a glimpse of the greatness to come. Jackson's unmatched ability to stay composed, execute under pressure, and explode when it matters most has defined her legacy. Whether she lines up for the 100m, the 200m, or dares to revisit the 400m, one fact is beyond dispute. Shericka Jackson has solidified herself as one of the most formidable and thrilling sprinters of her era.